Excuse me? Could I get another cup of coffee?
Right. Okay, the truth is... Here goes! I need help! I have a favor to ask you!
Huh? A favor?
Yes. It's a personal matter and not really something I would normally talk about, but I've given it a lot of thought and decided that you might be able to help me. I know it's asking a lot, but will you please at least hear me out?
Well, I guess I can manage that.
Thank you. So the favor I wanted to ask you has to do with my uncle, Jun Sekitani. See, he told me something once, something that was really important. And I want you to help me remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm not really following you.
I'm sorry, I'm telling the story all wrong. I guess I'm just not used to talking about it. The first thing you should know is that my uncle went to India 7 years ago. And he's been missing ever since. I was very fond of him when I was a little girl. Unlike most other adults, he would answer all my questions, no matter how silly they seemed. He was so smart. It seemed to me that there was nothing he didn't know. When I was in kindergarten, I learned that my uncle was in the Classic Lit Club. That's when I became interested in it. I especially liked it because the name reminded me of the vinegar kelp we ate at home.
Seriously?
Anyway, one day I asked my uncle about something having to do with the Classic Lit Club. And for the first time I can remember, he was reluctant to answer my question.
So what'd you do?
Well, I threw a huge tantrum, to be honest. And I did convince him to answer my question eventually. But when he told me what I wanted to know,
Yeah, you what?
I started to cry. I don't know if it was because I was scared or sad or what, but I was bawling.
Okay.
The sound must have startled my mom because she came rushing in to see if I was okay, but my uncle, he didn't do anything to comfort or reassure me. Afterwards, I couldn't remember what my uncle had said, only my reaction to it. I guess I was in shock. Then when I was in middle school, I started wondering about that strange conversation again. What made my uncle so hesitant to answer me? Why didn't he react when I was upset? I still have so many questions. I just want answers. And I've tried to get them. We've become estranged from the Sekitani family, and I haven't been able to get in touch with them at all. No matter what I do, I can't remember what he said! So when I started at Kami High, I signed up for the Classic Lit Club. I figured it would be my last chance to get to the bottom of everything.
So that's the personal matter you're always talking about?
This is it. Of course, I had no way of knowing that the club was about to be shut down. I asked around in the faculty room, but there weren't any teachers who remembered a Jun Sekitani from 45 years ago.
Okay. I still don't get why you're asking me for help, though.
Because you think about things differently. You have this way of reaching conclusions that would have never occurred to me. Like with the lock, and the library book, and that secret club recruitment note. You can do this, Araki! If anyone can help me find the answers I'm looking for, it's you!
You're really giving me too much credit. That other stuff was just luck, that's all.
I don't care if it's just luck, I'll take it!
I don't want to. This is a big deal to Chitanga. She spent years obsessing over this question. There's no telling how much learning the answer to it might affect her. And she's asking someone like me to take on a responsibility like that? She's gotta be kidding. I still don't get why you picked me. There's gotta be some other people who can help you with this, right? Strength in numbers might be your best bet, you know? Ask a bunch of your friends to help and I'm sure you'll get it done in no time.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but I'm kind of a private person. I don't talk about my past very much. This story isn't the kind of thing I can tell just anybody.
Sorry.
asking a lot of you, and maybe it's not fair. I realize I probably shouldn't be dragging you into my own personal drama like this. It's just... you answer all my questions just like my uncle used to, even if you aren't quite as personable.
Well, that's one way to ask for a favor.
I see something of him when I look at you, and that makes me think I can trust you somehow.
What's the rush? You've got 3 whole years of high school to spend looking for an answer, don't you?
I really don't think I'll have anywhere near that much time. Not if I want all of this settled before his funeral.
I thought he was missing.
Yes. But if someone's been missing for 7 years and no one knows if they're alive or dead, it's possible to have them declared legally deceased.
I didn't know that.
Declaring him dead would put the matter to rest and give my uncle's family some closure. I heard that they also intend to hold a small funeral service. So you see, that's why I'm in such a hurry. I want to know the truth about our conversation before I say goodbye for the last time. I'm sorry.
Come on, Hotaro. It's not like you have anything better to do.
This is not really the kind of thing that I want responsibility for. So I want to be totally clear that I'm not agreeing to see this all the way through. But I will keep your story in mind, and if I come across anything that might give you some clues, I'll be sure to tell you about it. And if you find out anything new that you want me to know about, I'm willing to listen to that too.
Okay.
If you're good with those parameters, then I guess I'll help you out.
I'll take whatever help you can give. Thank you. I mean it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, sure. Of course, high school isn't all about drama. There's also a good amount of tedium. Take exams, for example. It's every student's favorite time of year here at Kamiyama High. Midterms. During the testing period, all club activities are suspended. Obviously, that includes the classic lit club. But we don't really do anything anyway, so there's honestly not much difference. Keys to the club rooms aren't given out while midterms are underway, so even if we wanted to meet up like usual, that wouldn't be an option.
Okay, time's up.
Midterm tests are over, and I survived.
Hey, little bro. Greetings from Istanbul. Or more accurately, from the Japanese consulate. I goofed up a bit and haven't quite made it into the city yet.
What trouble did you get into this time?
This has been a lot of fun, and I know I'll look back in 10 years and be glad I did it. I'm dying to know how the club's going. Have any more members yet? The club is actually the reason I'm writing. I wanted to ask you something. Are you planning to make an anthology? The Classic Lit Club enters an anthology each year for the cultural festival. You are going to keep up the tradition, aren't you? If so, I'm sure you'll want to look at some examples to know what you're supposed to do. I'll tell you right now, the old anthologies aren't in the library. You have to look in the club room. There's an unused chemical locker in there, and the back number anthologies are inside. It shouldn't be locked. Anyway, once I reach Pristina, I'll give you a call. Take care of yourself. Your sister, Tomoe.
A chemical locker, huh? You've got some good timing, sis.